What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And in this particular video, y'all, I will actually be reviewing the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 4 Reunion Part 2, which has been posted early a couple days ago, which I found a link, I think, to Ashley Miller. It was linked through Facebook, and I think also Spill Tea Boy One, my YouTube cousin, y'all, was also have found a link if you can follow him on Twitter and also check out his channel, of course. But it's been posted already, an advancement on this. So I figure, well, let me get this out the way, and I still hoping I gotta do because I don't find out till tomorrow if I gotta do jury duty Tuesday morning. But I figure, let me go ahead and just get this review our way, because like I said, Ashley Miller, my cousin, YouTube cousin, Mike B, I think Miss Nika, also known as the Ghetto View, my other YouTube cousin. I think my other YouTube cousin, Some More Love, has also put this up, but it's been a couple people already who are starting to put up reviews, which I don't blame them. Spill Tea Boy also, he's put a part 2. But I'm just saying, the couple is already like, we're going to get this shit out the way. But shout out to my YouTube family. You know, my YouTube family. Don't forget to, you know, make sure you sign, just subscribe. And don't forget also to like and share this video. But anyway, y'all, it seemed to be a kumbaya session. Majority of it, and maybe some editing. But, if y'all new to this, usually I don't go by scene. I go kind of like more so for characters. And I'm just going by things that stand out to me. And stuff like that. Now, I really wanted to bring up Margot. Because in Nico's last part of their irrelevant ass participation in this damn reunion. Now, towards the end, there was a performance where we had leather, plaid leather outfits with both with Stevie and red for Stevie and Jocelyn. Maybe they had red on because they were just that hot, just red hot. And we weren't surprised to find out, like we been knew that I've seen that. Most of us have seen it already, that most likely they were going to get a spinoff. And I think with 106, I seen that the spinoff was supposed to happen early. Excuse me, y'all, in winter 2016. See, this weather, y'all, I don't know where y'all at, but I'm in Detroit, Michigan. And you know how we went from 80 degrees to like damn near 60 something and shit for about 3 to 4 days straight. And now we're supposed to start back, what, tomorrow or Tuesday, going back to 90 something degrees. So I'm trying to make sure, hopefully, I don't end up with some type of cold or signs just because all this jumping back. But y'all, we sit here 1 minute in the pool, pool weather. Next minute, we up here about to make a we sitting up here in bomber jackets and shit the next goddamn day in Timberland boots and shit. I'm just saying because of the weather. But anyways, y'all, I know that was just so random, but what I'm saying is here. So we got here where Margot at the end was about to do the performance, and they made off the spinoff. And like I said, I'm gonna start off that the spinoff was focused Stevie J getting his career back together and mending, trying to get his relationship with all his 5 children combined. And here's Margot, mad. I think maybe she was expecting that hopefully she'll be able to perform her show and stuff because it was just so random. Now, she didn't say shit besides that. Maybe, Jocelyn can do some yoga, eat some tofu, and stuff like that. But at the same time, here she's finally said something like, basically, she's a hefty trash bag. Steve is hefty trash bag. Music's hefty trash bag. But I'm sick and tired of this. Steve is just like, why are you so mad though? Blah, 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 blah. I don't think Jocelyn was really, she was just like, whatever. Jocelyn, you guys, we have seen that she's changed because, but it also could be, it's because of the lawsuits that was pinned on and stuff like that. Jocelyn also was calmed down because if she would have went ahead and really would have launched out whatever, they've been like lawsuit or something. But anyway, she ended up walking off across stage. Nico follows her. And I remember Nico saying the goddamn, that, when they do the camera in the background, she's just talking about she's sick of the tired of stuff. And here Nico say, did you see how the way they dress? Negro, do you see how the way your ass looks? And who the fuck cares about it? Just like you were put here by Mimi. Okay? And nobody would have known the fuck about you. You wouldn't even be in the rebel. You wouldn't have been able to show if it wasn't for Mimi, which is true. So, and they just finished off and they just leaving her home with a set. But that's what I'm saying is if Margot was able to perform, would she be talking shit about them? Whatever. Did she also think about it between takes? Whatever. Yeah, whatever. So, we also have the part on and off again. We have the Rashida thing. Now, they brought up the Rashida thing where on and off again they were talking about, because a lot of the main theme of this reunion was miscommunication and makeup majority of the time. Now, we had a part where they were asking Rashida, when they were asking about the Jessica thing and, you know, the Tiffany Fox situation, how does she feel about, you know, you have two female artists, you know, the way how Mimi had them set up, where they met, she accidentally had them at the same time in the sessions, and they got into it, and really Jessica started, and we already know how that went. And Rashida said, this personally to me, she doesn't feel offended, but she felt like, you know, Mimi shouldn't have done that. Then there was another scene where basically the main thing I want to point out is how they would bring up Rashida and the messiness that she has gotten into or whatever. She just like, oh, whatever. And then Joseline felt some type of way, and Joseline reminded Rashida's ass, like, you know, like, as far as, like, you know, you on some bullshit. And the last time I checked, AK Michelle, did she kick you on your coochie and shit like that? And you didn't throw hands, blah, blah, blah. Here go Kirk. Basically, like, you know what? They made up since then, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to bring up. Johnson was like, I don't know why you have brought my name up. That ain't no man stuff. Talking about how, I guess, Kirk one time had brought her name up and, you know, on a fishing trip in some way, basically talking shit about her. Then she brought up, I guess, at the dinner, the reconciled dinner that Tony and Kirk tried to do, and basically was saying, you know, shit about Joseline, blah, blah. You know, Rashida, I think, was saying along the lines, like, I don't fuck with you, blah, blah, blah. But you realize, you notice that Rashida didn't pretend to really stand up or say, like, she was going to be body. It looked like she was, you know, looking at her nails to see she got to get a manicure again next week. You know, she was just like, I ain't got no problem with you, whatever, you know, so, whatever, and blah, 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 was doing this. But, you know, just Joseline just let me know, like, you know, what do you bring my name up your mouth for type of thing? I didn't do shit to, I do not know you, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, just left it alone as that. You know, that type of thing. But she really didn't go in over Rashida like she, you know, she usually could win on somebody else, I noticed. But at the same time, you know, Rashida didn't take it there neither. Rashida didn't sit here and say, you hoe, blah, 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 blah. You just noticed, y'all, if you remember the first reunion, if y'all watched it, see how the fuck she responded to K. Michelle. Even though she still took forever going over there. A snail would have made that fucking race quicker than her ass going there supposedly confronting K. Michelle when it was still at odds and beef. We all know what the fuck that came from, right? But at the same time, yeah, she just was just like this, but didn't, you know, get up her seat, didn't move, didn't cross her legs or nothing like that, you know, switch or nothing, you know, text somebody on an iPhone or nothing like that when Joseline was talking. And then later on the last scene when they had all the cast on there, all of a sudden Rashida felt ill and Kirk and them had to leave. And I just want to point this out here, like, now they did that was a lot of editing, but they probably had all day having to tape all that stuff up, you know, probably 16 hours, whatever. All of a sudden she felt ill towards that way. I'm just saying, not to say anything, but I'm just saying this, girl, whatever. But also was another scene, they were talking about the Carly and her incident, we all know, with the store thing and stuff like that. Because like I said, the Ashley Nicole thing, like I said, we still don't know what the fuck happened in movies. I don't know if she's cool, if she still got, you know, 5 albums. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But all we know is it's like, you know, honestly, even, you know, did y'all know it's also too, wait a minute, there was nothing else brought about her album. This, I'm just noticing. Besides that one scene that Kirk is like, this shit is going to be hot during the season, we didn't hear shit about her album coming up. She could have been like, yeah, my store's popping, blah, 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 and my album going to come out, Baddest Bitch Peach, we're a remix, or whatever the fuck. Did not even, I'm just saying, you know, not to say no offense, but you know, whatever. I don't know if everybody's going to be buying it. But I'm just noticing, like, okay, she was talking about some music, but where the fuck did it go? And also, like, Kalina is, I know she's working on music and stuff like that. Girl, why is these people who can, you know, wait, Kalina can sing her ass off, okay? Why is it not something, a single, something like that? At least, she could have been like, my album might come out next year or something like that. Oh, gosh, I'm like, here you got some people with talent. Even if they got no fucking damn talent, why was this shit not displayed? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, here we got a show that's supposed to do with music and somewhat loving hip-hop, but where's the hip-hop part? Part of the culture of hip-hop is me. Okay, we're not about to get into that. But anyways, that just was left alone because we're talking about it. And again, you know, I don't think they, I mean, it's like her and Carly talked about it, but I don't think they made mention. But it's just that, remember they made up in the last episode. So I kind of don't remember blah, blah. But I do remember Kalina, they didn't hug and make up. But again, it was the thing about the miscommunication between, Tammy, whatever, walk possible, but it's saying that Rashida said some shit, and that's the same thing was like communication, some shit about her saying, Kalina, like, they broke, like, Joseline, blah, blah. That's what Joseline also started to put a point to. It's like, here's people talking shit about me, don't know what the fuck is going on. And, you know, where she was like, I never said nothing about that, your finances to her and blah, blah, blah. So, again, it was a misunderstanding. It was the same with Deb when they had Deb up there and with Colleen. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but you know how to bounce. But, what do I say, you know, bounce. But anyways, Deb was also saying this too, like, I wasn't calling you garbage when they brought her up there and stuff like that. It's just that she said the drama that she has with her husband, it's like, I'm not supposed to fix that. Basically, she's like this, I'm a manager. I manage things, but I ain't managing, do no therapy, no shit like that. And Kalina felt like the reason why Deb approached her like that was because she's a female. Deb was like, no, that's not the case, and blah, blah, blah. Even though you kind of have to wonder is, did she just vent to Tammy about the stuff? Then Tammy take her chances so she could be on the show, get some type of exposure at least, and went on there, the so-called fight Kalina and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Since she was no longer on the show, we already know what the hell went down, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, right? But at the same time, Kalina, her, you know, hugged it out, whatever. She was just like, okay, we're just hugging, blah, blah, blah. So we just left it alone as that, well, you know, Kalina and Tony, you know, seem to be working it out for the better and stuff like that and so forth. And that she is doing better postpartum depression and stuff like that. So that's good considering. But like I said, we don't know if her and Rashida's friendship is like on cold ice. But since we've seen it's a thing between this bitch said and this bitch said. And then already Rashida's been up here talking major shit, you know, and all of a sudden been, you know, I find it very interesting. Took her up to season 4 to like be messy like that to a certain point. You know what I mean? Because it was kind of unnecessary, you know. But go figure. But it shouldn't be surprising because her reasoning, and I know I'm rewinding, but her reasoning for having a problem with, first she was cool with K. Michelle, but her having a problem with K. Michelle, was because of what she thought word of mouth. Not because she had proof of word of mouth, because I ain't about to get on that situation, but we all know what the hell I'm talking about. Well, most of them. I ain't got to sit here. I ain't going to generalize everybody shit. But you know what I'm saying. So, and all of a sudden, she could, I don't know. But anyways, we go back to, let's see. We got off that situation. I talked a little about Kalina, blah, 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 all this stuff. But I do want to, of course, mention the biggest thing next I want to talk about is this Erica and Scrappy situation, okay? Because, you know, Young Jock and all the were already taken care of. Even though this was a little bit more interesting stuff like that. And then I want to go to this Jessica Dime thing a little bit with the Mimi, because the Mimi thing is all, the Jocelyn storyline will be all the last thing I'm going to talk about. Now, we got them on stage. We got Mama D. She talking about she's married, blah, blah, blah. She let me know, like, her husband, Ernest, that's his name, right? Her, again, husband, was the one who taught her the game. And this is how she learned pimping and stuff like that, whatever, you know. And, you know, caving her hoes in the stable, okay? And keeping them all in check and stuff like that. And I think she was drugged there too. I think he might have taught her that as well. But at the same time, she let it be known with Scrappy, like, I taught you part of the game too. And again, I remember this when Love and Hip Hop in the first season came on, and I was watching Candy Coated Nights. And she even said, this was something else that if y'all don't remember who never watched or didn't watch Candy Coated Nights at the time, she even said, like, she had caught one time Scrappy, you know, fucking one of her hoes was riding him or whatever. And she was mad because she was like, okay, I don't understand why she stopped just because I had accidentally walked in and seen them fucking what her hoes. And I'm thinking, okay, like rest of us, even you know, everybody was just on the stage like, what the fuck? So I was not surprised, y'all, personally, that when she sat there and was saying about, you know, that Scrappy owes her for getting hit by one of the hoes, because as I'm saying, he already got a ride literally on one of the hoes, and I get, you know, whatever how that ended. But at the same time, he got a full service, I guess, one of the hoes that basically, you know, just blew up his balloons. I'm just saying, if y'all remember that janky promoters, balloons comment from her, from one of her hoes. And he still owes her a payment for that service. I don't know how much she charged from you know, that the hoes get for the head, or I don't know if it's based on experience or whatever. Okay, never mind. But, you know, he still owes for that. And so we go into the thing where Nina, it's like, Nina's nice, and I like her as a host, but she be asking a question like, so what do you think about such and so when she called you a bitch? But I do love your head. But it's just, you know, she's cool. I like her as a host. I remember she had Erica on stage, and again, the child support thing came up. And she asked Erica basically like, what is the relevancy or something about to Bambi or something like that. But before then, she's talking about Bambi is irrelevant. Now her problem with Bambi is interesting to me because where has Bambi personally, I mean, but not just person, but where has Bambi at least on the screen, unless there's some bonus clips, has came at Erica anyway sideways. You know what I'm saying? Like, has said some comment or that bitch or whatever, has started anything, or, was fucking, and Erica claims, but we all see Erica is kind of like, whatever. And we also know that Erica is like, we don't understand why she is a cast member nowadays, because what storyline does she bring herself that she brings, okay? But Bambi let it be known, like, listen here, I check and balance the checkbook and stuff. I'm very relevant in Scrappy's life and in your daughter's life. So she basically, like, shut the fuck up, okay? But here's also another thing that I noticed, too. Now, the Scrappy thing with the child support, I don't know if it's a court. It seems like there's still holes in the court order. Like, is he supposed to pay a certain amount? They keep saying they're negotiating, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, what in the hell? When you get your friend, I don't know if y'all get it also here, but there's friends of court, they call it, up here, when it comes to child support. The friends of court. That's ironic, ain't it? Friends of court with child support, a certain amount that is supposed to be, that he's supposed to pay, okay? I'm hearing that he agreed $2,000 per month or something like that. Then she talking about, and he's claiming that she was saying that she wanted $5,000. Then she claims something about a $2,000 or something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, whatever the fuck she was talking about. As far as like he was supposed to agree to at least pay for the child support, and he didn't want to give that. And he's saying that he does a lot for the child best father. The Mom D tries, and it's like, I wish that he, I had a dad just like Scrappy was to, their daughter, because she would have been a better person than what she became, or whatever, if she had a father like Scrappy was around. And Scrappy trying to provide whatever she needs, school supplies, whatever, Monster High or toys, whatever the hell she needs, he's always there for. Then he was like, I made sure and put you on this show and gave you a platform so that way you wouldn't have to ask another nigga anything as far as terms for any money. This was a platform to get yourself straight, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, nerves audacity to sit here and shit on me. He was like, basically, like, she goes and has a football player, man, and who shall be with me? Okay. And, I can see both sides like, well, I don't know how long she's been dating that dude, so maybe she shouldn't be having, just a child around, this dude, whatever. But also, too, is what he's trying to cool is, I do everything I'm supposed to do for the child. But that's what I'm saying is, it's like, it's just sad that they don't have the shit straightened out, whatever. And I'm just saying, like, if there's a court order, he supposed to say something for more. Because you can go, we can sit here now, I can go water him off, and I can say I'm the queen and the small lost granddaughter and shit like that. But what, I'm just saying is, we can all go days and days. And I know sometimes words are actually more fucking powerful than actions themselves, okay? But at the same time, what I'm saying is that we can go by a certain amount, but if he has proven documentation that he's been paying this certain amount or agreement, it just seems weird. Like, okay, if it's a certain amount he got to pay every damn month, regardless how much he can say he does extra, or is considered what they might call miscellaneous or extra or whatever, that's different. Then it should take him to court. But it's some reason that she hasn't took him to court, and she's just being bitter, saying he ain't doing shit. And that's a whole nother fucking damn ball game. You have kids, and Mama D did, the more the NBA star and stuff, you get some information and stuff, public service announcement about, man, if you don't want to have kids, wear a condom. And females, you don't want kids, you're taking a chance too. You either get, like my cousin y'all's, what you two cousin y'all will say, spill the tea. I watched this video, one of the videos I watched before here. It goes both ways and stuff like that. If you can, try to get birth control pills, the Nuvo ring, bracelet, earrings, whatever the fuck it is. I'm just saying this as far as like gotta look at other stuff, whatever. But at the same time is that in that case, and that's one of the ballgame, because sometimes there is chances, even when you have kids and you're married, and you hopefully people do that first. But what I'm saying is, for the time, sometimes even you have children, whether you get married to that person or not, there are chances that child support most likely will come up. Some people don't have to do that shit. They're like, fuck, just do what you can, or I'll go about my business. But there are cases of child support. In this case, like I said, I don't know if there was a court order or something, because the court order set where the certain amount supposed to pay, because it seems like it's some questions. And we're just going to leave in questions. Just just let it be peace, because, you know, there's a child involved. But when he was like, basically, I did everything for you, Kim, he was like, fuck you. And he threw that piece of paper, and I think he wanted to throw his fucking left shoe and throw it at that bitch's head. I'm just saying that's probably what he's doing at us, because like I said, Erica, what's the storyline that she's been bringing for the last couple of seasons? Or could she bring something about herself? It has been admitted that she, you know, we have known before, with the secrets in the first season, that she is not capable of like having her own storyline. And what the storyline is like this and here. If sometimes, I mean, sometimes being a bitch don't pay off, but except getting a middle finger and people telling you kiss they ass and keep on going, okay? You know, that should not be one of the life career goals, is being a bitch and being bitter with a capital B. But like, you know, just Erica's, I mean, if they keep some of the old cast members, unless they're gonna revamp the show, whatever, please just let her do classy Vanity 6, whatever the fuck she calls herself, doing Nasty Girl 6, whatever the hell she calls herself. I think there is a line called Nasty Girl, right? Let me not mess with they made up with her stuff. But what I'm saying is that when you coming off as a bitter, you know, baby mama period, you're not coming as child's mother, you're coming off as a bitter bitch. Okay, and if you got a man, you still sit up here coming at him the ways to suck, because this should be negotiation, and you saying that he's a good father at certain times and blah 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 and all this other stuff. Girl, please, you make yourself look fucking bad. And then some people don't want to fuck with you, don't look bad. We're not talking about bad bitch, because sometimes I guess, you know, there's some benefits. I'm talking about being bad in terms of like, you just seem like a fucking chihuahua that accidentally drunk some fucking brandy or some shit and just barking continuously and won't shut the fuck up. That's what the hell is coming up with this shit, okay? Never mind. I carried on a little too much, okay? That's another story. But, whew, because it makes it seem like, I'm just saying, gonna leave with this note with that situation. It makes it seem like she is bitter because Scrappy has fucking Ashley left and moved on. He ain't trying to pretend no more, whether it's for camera, stuff like that, whatever. He realizes just the fact that they're connected and they just, as far as just to be just co-parents, instead of just trying back and forth, blah, blah, blah. You know, y'all can, you know, he realized I can raise a kid and don't have to be in a relationship, a fuck friends with benefits type of thing, or nothing to be romantically involved. We can just be platonic, just keep on moving. Because it seems like that, at least that's what's being portrayed. We don't know behind the scenes, but that's what is being look like. And even on Scrappy Instagram, he was saying that it's looked like she's just being bitter because of that shit. Okay, so anyways, let's go further down. We have Jessica Dime and Tiffany Fox on the stage. They start talking shit where Jessica's talking shit about somebody from the audience. Excuse me, y'all. Somebody from the audience started saying something about she had, you know, dollar store rhinestones or shit on her dress or whatever. And then she was about to fight somebody else. They cut it, edited it, and they didn't say no, because her and Jessica and Tiffany started getting into it. And Tiffany was like, you ain't about to do shit, whatever. And besides, just run your mouth or something. And then somebody in the audience said, I don't know if it was somebody who knew Tiffany, because it was just weird that somebody from the audience was just saying something random, or somebody who just, but then that been left alone. Then we had another scene with Jessica meeting on stage about her motherfucking management, or I'm sorry, MF management, right? And they had it where they were basically talking, and they were saying about, like what did Mimi end up doing? But see, the real reality is Mimi was not actually Jessica's manager. It was Jessica's manager in training, you know, possibly. But she didn't sign a contract. But Mimi said she had all this stuff, artist development, stuff like that, endorsement deals and everything else. But Jessica said she never seen any of this stuff. Mimi admitted like she made a mistake, but she was like, she had stuff in store, but Jessica lost communication and stuff like that. And Don said they had it for 5 seconds. You know, Don did all this messiness, and they only gave that heifer only 2 seconds. And she said that Mimi was supposed to consult with her. And even I think Nina was asking her, like, why was she supposed to come see? But Don was the one who brought her down there. But I'm surprised Carly didn't charm me, because when she had all that money on the floor, and if I would have been there, real talk, my ass would have put it in my fucking left and right, both left, my left and my right side of my motherfucking bra, and put it in my goddamn pockets and shit. Remember, both Carly and Dawn, even though Dawn was the one doing that pin, Carly was also, wasn't she also trying to invite her indirectly too, or am I just not half-ass remembering? But even though Dawn had said that, But Carly was also the one, even though she was kind of regretting just in case Mimi was going to do the shit, I could have sworn Carly was the one who introduced Jessica to Mimi and said like Mimi has a management company and stuff like that. So I'm just saying is, unless Dawn can say all she wants, she tell come down there and blah blah blah. But you can't do anything when you sitting here. Word of mouth don't mean shit sometimes, okay? If you ain't got a contract and stuff like that, it's fair game. She even, you know, it's like, now, does Dawn have a sign on paper? Maybe she do. But the way she was saying, like, she had her sign sealed and already as her artist, you know, whatever. But it's not old to shit. She could have told her come down there and stuff like that. And, you know, stuff like that, whatever. But that doesn't mean anything. But okay, whatever, you know. But I'm just saying is, Carly, you know, like I said, introduced, I'm just saying, you get what I'm saying? I'm just rambling around the mouth. But at the same time, Jessica said Mimi did try, even though she didn't know anything. You know, Jessica has done the management thing before, or whatever, her big dealing with the music business, because you know she's supposed to be signed for a writer. But she did say this, Mimi, you know, I think you appreciate what you done me, and they hugged it out. You were like, cool, yay, but we're like, where'd that come from? And I think like by that time, Erica, before her scene, and you know, Scrappy, you know, got, you know, like mad as shit, whatever, and Glass Security was there. She was saying, you know, everybody acting bipolar. All these bitches acting bipolar and stuff. I mean, I guess we could say she stayed steady being bitter as fuck. I mean, she was consistent about that because she showed, and you know, didn't have nothing to say. Girl, if you weren't so fucking bitter, I would have sat there and said, this is my Lou 9 Vanity 6 or something. I mean, Class 6, whatever the fuck it is, and got it on, girl. If not, you keep pushing on Instagram. It works for some. But anyway, so anyways, the last scene that we brought up was not the last scene, but we brought up Jocelyn bringing up, which most of us knew and I kind of figured out anyway, is that Jocelyn admitted there was one night that Mimi was over their condo or something like that, and Jocelyn basically ate the box and shit, and she actually loved it. So all the shit, even though she was talking about Mimi, she actually think Mimi has good taste in snatch or something. And then all of a sudden she just was saying she liked it, and Mimi was like, yes, I agree, she does a good job of what she does. And Stevie, Jocelyn said something like she tried to get Stevie to fuck Mimi, and I guess around that time he didn't want to really screw Mimi too much anymore. Again, I don't know. All I know is that Jocelyn didn't want to bring it up at first because she was respecting Mimi and something like that, right? And then we go into, like I said, sorry y'all, I forgot. I must have went already 27 minutes of shit. But anyway, so basically we got Jocelyn talking about, you know, like she respected me and stuff like that. Regardless, it was something where she said, you did what you did. I don't know if she was referring to the tape or basically bashing Jocelyn all this time to make it seem like Jocelyn was just this man still and shit like that from her. And you did it, but you're a good mother, and I respect you, and I apologize for everything. And Stevie already was happy, but we already know it's Perez. Like, it's gonna be a good night. I'm gonna smash both these bitches. Yes! That's pretty much all he was probably thinking. I think he did what Unity, but we already know, like, he wants to keep this triangle together. And so, like I said, Mimi admitted that, and it kind of like they seem to have a kumbaya moment and stuff, right? And then we go to later on before the performance, because like I said, it kind of like they left it off the Mimi part and stuff like that. But they all have one thing in common also besides Why Not Y'all. Now, Stevie J, if y'all remember, and it was Standstill, but they never came out with a full official video. But even though I think this wasn't leaked by him or even stuff like that, they all have like some stuff where you at least seen them naked or fucking, or some sexual activity. We've seen Steve with Eve where they with the toy, whatever, on Eve and blah blah. But it was Standstill. So they were screenshots I found, but they never came out the full video. We got that. So Steve got semi sex tape. What about Jocelyn, you know, with herself with crew cat, blah, blah, whatever. And, you know, then she was proving that she was man, so she was, remember, nude and stuff. And then also Mimi, we already know what the hell that mixtape is. So everybody have a comment. We all seen all that shit on the internet. So, but at the same time, I know that was just random, but I just thought about that's all of them have in common where we all have seen that. And then Steve, remember that time too, I showed a picture of his 2-liter teal dick. Okay. not to say that damn sure wasn't bad, but never mind. But anyway, so we go to a later scene with Mimi, Jocelyn and Stevie are about to perform. Okay. and they have it, and you can see Jocelyn was something. And at first, I was awkward. It was kind of awkward. We see Steve with the microphone in front of the audience. I first thought, did he sprain his ankle last night or some shit? Because he just, yeah, go Jocelyn, go girl, you know, just in the front with the microphone and shit. Then we got where, you know, she's danced, but you could just see like it wasn't bad, but you notice everybody's face expression. Nobody was really cheering on Jocelyn's performance. Every time somebody was looking like this or this. It's not to this a performance. I mean, it was all right. I only saw I liked it was things with the cootie cat and stuff like that. But Jocelyn, I swear, I mean, if she wants to do exercise squat videos, she can definitely, you know, get some money in there with that. Because I thought she was supposed to buy Body by Jocelyn also as well. I could have sworn she had said that the season before last, okay? Because we seen about at least 8 times where we seen ass, okay? Because she let me know this and this and this and this. That's all we kept seeing. I mean, we seen her face and her luxurious, letting her soul go with her hair and shit. But I'm just saying, y'all, how many times at a time, how many times did Jocelyn turn around in her performance? I'm just saying, like, you know, she can do a dance class, you know, through her own version, you know, Stinch and Zumba, whatever, call it, whatever. But I'm just saying, there was a lot of times. Then, Stevie, I knew he could sing somewhat. I mean, not somewhat, but I knew he sang as well. But at the same time, he kind of stole the show. That's what it seemed like everybody was like this, including, the, you know, like the cast and stuff was all like this. But it wasn't until Stevie was up there like, oh, the last note. I ain't about to do shit. I know I can't sing with a damn. I ain't about to do that. Then they got money coming, you know, singles, you know, making it rain on Jocelyn and him. But when he did that last note, because the last song sang Cootie Cat. And as soon as they finish, here come Mimi, and they edit out just like, you know, power walking on the stage. And here she basically says this. You know, when you pray to God, you know, your prayers be answered. Most of your prayers be answered. When you pray for something, it does, you know, come into existence or something like that, right? You know, I don't want to play with God, you know. Power prayer works. In her case, her power prayer, and this is maybe her truth, as she calls it. Now, she was saying this, that she felt at the time, basically, that when her and Stevie were still together in the end of their relationship, that they kind of, I guess, were together for the sake because they had a daughter. You know, that's what she was making it seem like. It was one of those situations where people are just stretching out because they have kids or because, you know, they're married or because, you know, not because you really want to make it work and you love this person, blah, blah, blah. And she first was saying Jocelyn took her man from her Stevie. But at the same time, when she did that, she realized that actually it helped her because her and Stevie relationship were in a bad place. And like I said, they kind of just stretching out something that's been deaded on for a long time and just in the ass end or something. And what we kind of seen that then, because he wanted to move somewhere else closer to a studio. We just seen it in the first season. Even though everybody seen Kumbaya, as if a lot of this possible fights and stuff was staged like hell. You know, a scripted reality show as usual. But what I'm saying is, so at the end, she appreciated Jocelyn and she hugged her and said she appreciated her life. You know, your family, you're my child's father, wife. And, but first she didn't acknowledge it last year. Now all of a sudden they're married. Okay, that's their business shit. Even though I kind of wonder, is the wedding going to be in the spinoff? Aren't they still going to have a wedding like they're trying to? Okay. Anyways, but she basically hugged Jocelyn and said, you know, like basically she apologized and accepting her finally, and you're a good person, whatever. And Steve just like this, yes, it's going to be a good night. Yes! 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 So I'm like, we don't know if he was happy of the unity or UniMC basically this time is basically getting his support core like right up front action and stuff like that. And when he made a good night, we know when Steve made a good night. And by the way, I forgot to mention when Arlene, you know, Me's best friend, Miss A, like to call her best friend number, they asked her, flat out, y'all, did she know about the 2 threesome and a half / watching stuff, whatever? Arlene said this, yeah, I know about it. And Jocelyn was like this, well, you know, we wanted you to come too. And she said this, y'all, she wasn't even offended. She was like, I wasn't called. What the fuck? Is she gonna be called? You know what? That's their business. Because Erin was like this. She kind of was like this. Like, y'all could have called me for that. She and Jocelyn. I'm like, oh, so everybody gonna be fucking friendly. You get it, fucking friendly. Next season, everybody comes back. Okay. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got. Sorry, y'all. I'm just was rambling all the place. But anyway, y'all take care. Y'all have a great week and great day, great night, a pleasant week, pleasant night, pleasant weekend. I meant to say, as I always say. But anyway, I'll see y'all in the next video, and I will be trying to room cutting air. I am planning on reviewing also Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. So I definitely see y'all next. But anyway, y'all take care. Love all y'all. Hugs. I think also Forrest Sparks also had put up the review for part 2 already. I think she already did, but yeah. But anyway, y'all. All right, see ya.